Hovering Africa brings to you its list of the greatest African footballers of all time by playing position. We are going to go by the classic football positions of number 1 to number 11. This makes it a very difficult job, especially when it comes to the outfield players. We want to start the series today with the greatest African goalkeeper of all time. The number 1 pick makes it to our team. Be assured that we won't be biased. And remember, we are not engaging in a popularity contest. Number 5 is Joseph Antoine Bell, nicknamed Jojo Bell. This sweeper keeper is one of the best goalkeepers to emerge in Africa and world football. This shot stopper spent most of his playing career in Africa. He played for 3 clubs in Cameroon, including the popular Union Douala, where he won the CAF Champions League. He then continued his trade with Africa Sports National of Cote d'Ivoire. He ended up with Al Moukaoulon Al Arab, where he won 2 African Cup Winners' Cup and helped them to win the Egyptian League title for the first time in its history. He started playing in Europe at the age of 31 years. He joined Olympique Marseille from 1985 to 1988. He went on to play with some other French clubs before calling it quits. He has 70 appearances for the Cameroon national team with 2 African Cup of Nations titles. Jojo Bell's style suits a team that plays high defensive line, as he was quick to come out of his post to initiate attack for his team. The exploits of Jojo Bell in post is not underrated. The International Federation of Football History and Statistics listed him as the greatest African goalkeeper of all time. Number 4, Bruce Grobbelaar, commonly known as Brucey. The Liverpool team of the 1980s was one of the greatest club sides to ever assemble in world football. And between the stakes was the eccentric and ultra-confident Zimbabwean goalkeeper Bruce Grobbelaar. He comes at number 4 in our list. He was a psychologist of the game, as he could get into the minds of players of the opposing team so as to disorient their mood and performance. He started his career with Highlanders FC in Zimbabwe and then moved on to Durban City Football Club in South Africa. The young Grobbelaar subsequently found himself outside the shores of Africa as he was signed by Vancouver Whitecaps in the North American Soccer League. He was signed on a loan deal by Crewe Alexandria, and that was when his legendary status began. Tom Saunders, the then head scout of Liverpool Football Club, happened to be in the stadium when Bruce Grobbelaar gave his greatest performance for Crewe Alexandria. This made Liverpool to sign him in 1981. He spent 13 years with Liverpool, and that is no mean achievement for a goalkeeper that is manning the post for one of the biggest teams in the world. He made 628 appearances for Liverpool, winning 6 league titles, 3 FA Cups, 3 League Cups, and 1 European Cup, now known as Champions League. He played 32 times for the Zimbabwe national team. He was voted as Liverpool's 2nd greatest goalkeeper of all time. The eccentric and super confident Bruce Grobbelaar surely deserves a place in this greatest African goalkeeper of all time list. At number 3 we have Isaki Bedu, commonly known as Zaki. Zaki was a Moroccan goalkeeper who was a household name in African and world football in the 1980s. In the 1986 World Cup in Mexico, he helped Morocco to become the first African side to qualify for the 2nd round in the history of the competition. Zaki may not be as popular today compared to the other goalkeepers in this list, but as already noted, we are not engaging in a popularity contest. The merits speak for him. He is the first African player to win the Ricardo Zamora Trophy in Spain. This trophy is awarded to the goalkeeper who has the lowest games to goal ratio in Spanish football, and Zaki won it in the 1988-1989 season while playing for Real Mallorca. We all know that Morocco is a football nation, and for Zaki, a goalkeeper, to win the best player in Moroccan football 4 times in his career speaks volumes about his craft. To crown it all, he became the 2nd goalkeeper after Thomas Nkono to win the African Best Player of the Year in 1986. He was voted the best goalkeeper in Spanish football by TV channel in 1988, 1989 and 1990. He was voted the best goalkeeper of the Arab world in the 20th century and to cap it all, a FIFA poll voted Zaki as the best African goalkeeper of all time. Zaki was a complete goalkeeper. He was fearless, acrobatic, a shot stopper, managed set pieces well, and had a good kick of the ball. Zaki made 118 appearances for the Moroccan national team. This true legend of the game deserves to be in this illustrious list. At number 2, we have Thomas Nkono, also known as the Jaguar of Yaoundé. I'm sure we know this goalkeeper. Well, without Thomas Nkono, we wouldn't have had one of the greatest goalkeepers ever in the history of world football, Gianluigi Buffon. The Italian great said that it was the heroics of Thomas Nkono at the 1990 World Cup that inspired him to become a goalkeeper. Gianluigi Buffon even named his first son, Luis Thomas, after this African great. Thomas Nkono had the ingredients of a complete goalkeeper. He was aggressive in the penalty box. One of his notable trademarks was the ability to punch the ball away very hard, especially when crosses are delivered. He had great positioning awareness and was well known for his acrobatic saves. His professional career spanned a period of 23 years. He started his career in Cameroon with Canon Yaoundé and Tonnerre Yaoundé. He got the move to Spain with Espanyol in 1982. This was achieved because of his sterling performance at the 1982 World Cup in Spain. Cameroon went unbeaten in the group stage, and in the 1990 World Cup too, the West African nation went unbeaten in the group stage, eventually making him a member of the first African nation to qualify for the quarterfinals of a World Cup. Thomas Nkono won 5 league titles with Canon Yaoundé and 2 CAF Champions League titles. His heroics also sent Espanyol to the finals of the UEFA Cup, where they ended up as runner-up. Thomas Nkono was capped 63 times for the Cameroon national team and played a total of 556 matches at club level. Thomas Nkono won the African Best Player in 1979 and 1982. For a goalkeeper to sweep this award highlights his immense talent in the goalpost. Thomas Nkono is truly an African great with a sensational story to back his goalkeeping journey. Lest I forget, it was Thomas Nkono who nurtured and groomed a certain Idris Kameni. Before we go to our number 1 position, here are some honourable mentions. Jack Songo, Kazadi Mwamba, Robert Mensah, Sadok Sassi, Carlos Kameni, and Vincent Enyama. The greatest African goalkeeper of all time goes to Essam El Hadari, nicknamed the High Dam. El Hadari was a leader in post for both club and country. He was very good on one-on-one situations, a very good shot stopper, and clever at defending his post against set pieces. He was a typical old school goalkeeper who was concerned with his penalty area. He was therefore a stranger to mistakes. He had a good kick of the ball which helped to contribute immensely to the counter-attacking style of the Pharaohs of Egypt. Didier Drogba, who has played against the likes of Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Sergio Ramos, described Essam El Hadari as the best opponent he ever faced. This is a testament to his capability at the post. He made his professional debut in 1993 with Damietta SC in Egypt at the age of 20 years. It was at Al Ahly that his path as one of Africa's greatest ever began. He played 510 matches for Al Ahly and appeared 159 times for his national team. This makes him the most capped Egyptian goalkeeper of all time. El Hadari won 16 domestic titles. He won 8 Egyptian Premier League titles, 4 Egypt Cups, 4 Egyptian Super Cups, 4 CAF Champions League titles, 3 CAF Super Cups, 1 Arab Club Champions Cup, and 2 Arab Super Cups. At the national level, El Hadari has won 4 African Cup of Nations titles. He has won 3 consecutive Goalkeeper of the Tournament award in the African Cup of Nations. He is the oldest player to ever play in the African Cup, doing so at the age of 44 years and 2 days. On June 25, 2018, El Hadari became the World Cup's oldest player when he manned the post for Egypt in their final group stage game against Saudi Arabia. He was 45 years and 161 days old. El Hadari at that age set a record in the World Cup. He saved a penalty in the game against the Saudis, thereby making him the first African goalkeeper to save a World Cup penalty. His gloves are exhibited at the FIFA World Football Museum. After Al Ahly, he had brief stints with other clubs in Sudan and Saudi Arabia. He called it quits after playing for Egyptian side Nogum on November 18, 2020. His professional career spanned 27 years. Without fear, favor, or any prejudice, El Hadary is the greatest African goalkeeper of all time. He picks up the goalkeeper position in a quest to compile the list of the greatest African footballer of all time by position. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like, and comment on the video. Follow us on this journey as we gradually unveil Hovering Africa's list of the greatest African players ever by position.